Hello and welcome to Pokémon Crystal and Pokémon Monster Crystal, where today we are going to be starting playing through these games. They both have files already, but that was just to make sure that they could have their saves stay. And we are going to have text speed on, battle scene on, battle style is going to go to set, not shet, set. Sound's gonna stay mono, even though we could do stereo, but that would just make it so that, like, Pokemon cries in battle would come from different ears, and that just feels wrong with headphones on. So, yeah. And let us start new games. Hey there, Outlander. Hey there, Califor. And since this is the very first game in the entire series that let you choose between a male or female protagonist, we're going to choose a female protagonist. There's also another reason that we'll get to when it comes time to decide on a name. Well, you woke me up. Whereas in Japan, we've got... What, is it that time already? Or no, it's like, why are you waking me up now? Will you check the clock for me? What time is it? It is currently... Oh, we're going to go all the way through just because... It amuses me that they had to shorten night to 4 letters instead of 5 to make it fit. And we got morn. Whereas in Japanese, we've got asa, morning, hiru, afternoon, and yoru, night. Well, hiru isn't just afternoon, it's just like midday. But anyway, it is currently hiru sanji. Or day 3 o'clock. What? Day 3 o'clock? Yup, it is in fact day 3 o'clock. How many minutes? Why, it is currently 33 minutes, but it's going to be 34 by the time I press A on either of these systems. So let's go there. And 2, 1, go. Whoa, 34 minutes! Day 334. Yikes, I overslept. Hello, sorry to keep you waiting. Hey there, Nick. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. Or again, as we went through in, I guess it was red and green at the time. He's Okido in Japanese, orchid. Still a plant. People call me the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited by creatures that we call Pokemon. Whereas in Japanese, he's saying, Pokétto monster, Pokémon. Yeah, then he goes into the fact that this world is inhabited by creatures that we call Pokemon. People and Pokemon live together by supporting each other. In Japanese, he says that they play together, they fight together, live while supporting each other. Oh, we got the play and the fighting bit after the support bit in English. Some people play with Pokemon, some battle with them. But we don't know everything about Pokemon yet. Boy, is that true. You guys still think there's only 251 of them right now. There are still many mysteries to solve. In Japanese, it says that Pokemon still have many secrets. That's why I study Pokemon every day. Now, what did you say your name was? In Japanese, it's more of a, now, I think it's about time I asked you your name. So, we're going with a new name. And here on the left, we can see the specific reason that I elected to use a female protagonist. And it's the fact that in Japanese, we're still limited to 5 characters, which is not quite enough for Redmond. I would have to do Redmond again, like I did in Green. But Garnet fits exactly. And therefore, we go Garnet. Yeah, Outlander, it's true. We don't know that bites deal physical damage yet. We also don't know that Shadow Ball does special damage, despite the fact that it lowers special defense. What kind of sense would it make for a physical move to lower special defense? Clearly, it's a special move. Garnet, are you ready? Your very own Pokemon story is about to unfold. You'll face fun times and tough challenges. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! Whereas in Japanese, it's basically just dreams and adventures. Let's go to the Pokemon world. Or the Pocket Monster world. And then he says in English, let's go! And then let's meet again. So, there's also a reason that we're playing this game today instead of Pokemon Stadium. And it's a good reason. The reason is that I decided to check between streams whether Pokemon Green could be played on the Game Boy Tower in an English copy of Pokemon Stadium. The answer is no. And therefore, my whole reason for wanting to unlock the Dodrio Tower was gone. Oh, there's no potion in the PC this time. What's on TV? It's a TV. A TV is on TV. Professor Oak's Pokemon Talk. Please tune in next time. Pokemon Channel. This is DJ Mary, your co-host. Pokemon Channel. On the left, it auto-advanced. Pokemon Channel. Well, I guess we don't get to see what's on the radio on the left. A whole collection of Pokemon picture books. It's the town map. Welcome to Johto, also known as the Pokemon version of the Kansai region of Japan, which is where Osaka, Kyoto, other places like that are. Nara. And specifically, Goldenrod City here is Poke Osaka. And Ecruteak City is Poke Kyoto. Also, is Gen 2 the only generation where our protagonist doesn't have a game console in their room? Hello, Garnet. I'm visiting. Garnet, have you heard? My daughter is adamant about becoming Professor Elm's assistant. Or, in Japanese, not Professor Elm, but Professor Utsugi. Still a tree, but actually, I don't know what an Utsugi is. Let's find out. Oh, maybe it's not a tree. Ah, it's a shrub. A Deutzia. Never heard of that before. But apparently, it is in the hydrangea family. Interesting. She really loves Pokemon. So we actually did have a little bit extra here, so... Visiting, have you heard? Daughter is adamant about becoming Professor Elm's assistant. Whereas in Japanese, that daughter of mine really wants to become Professor Elm's assistant. It's all I ever hear from her. Like, it's all she ever says. Is there anything on this TV? There's a movie on TV. Stars dot the sky as two boys ride on a train. I'd better get rolling too. So, it is the same movie in both versions, or in both languages. Oh, also, it's a whole lot easier to do the rotate without moving in this game than it was in Gen 1. So I guess they changed how long of an input is required to start moving. Oh, Garnet! Our neighbor Professor Elm was looking for you. He said he wanted you to do something for him. Oh, I almost forgot. Your Pokémon gear is back from the repair shop. Here you go. It's shortened to Pokegear when we get it in English, but in Japanese it was Pokemon Gear. Still. Pokemon Gear or just Pokegear? In Japanese, Pokemon Gear or Pokegear for short. Nick, unfortunately, there are fewer version-exclusive sprites like Blue and Green. The thing about Blue and Green is the sprites we got in Red and Blue were actually the sprites that they had in the Japanese Blue version, which was released after Red and Green and fixed many of the bugs in Red and Green. So yeah, they completely changed the sprites from Red and Green to Japanese Blue. And then for English Red and Blue, we got Red and Green, but with Blue's sprites. There are still some quite notable sprite changes here, but not nearly as many. Like, we'll actually, for the first time, see a few changes to trainer sprites, which is fascinating. But most Pokemon sprites are going to be identical between the crystals. It's essential if you want to be a good trainer. Oh, the day of the week isn't set. You mustn't forget that. So in Japanese is, oh, the day of the week isn't set. Before you use it, today is... Or, you need to set what day today is. What day is it? Interesting that the setting for what day it is changes position on the screen. But no, today is Tuesday. Tuesday, is it? Also, another thing that's interesting is that the text box is 1 pixel lower on the screen in English. It's not any larger. Okay, no, it is a little larger. It's like 1 pixel longer. But then why did they also start at 1 pixel lower? It's weird. Like, the text boxes, where we've got Tuesday, is it? And, it's a pixel lower, but also a pixel taller in general. So it extends 2 pixels further down, but it starts 1 pixel further down. Why? It's weird. But yes, it's Tuesday. Is it daylight saving time now? Interestingly, there is no daylight saving time feature for the Japanese game, which is actually a bit of a problem. Because we can actually use the daylight saving time feature in this game to farm calls from specific trainers, which makes it way easier to get Outbreak Pokemon and Evolution Stones. But alas, in Japanese there is no daylight saving time concept, so we can't do that. But anyway, yes, it is daylight saving time here in California. 3:48 p.m. DST, is that okay? Come home to adjust your clock for daylight saving time. By the way, do you know how to use the phone? And now we're back synced up with Japanese. And this is a case of false choice. No matter which one you choose, she will tell us how to use the phone. So yes, we know how to use the phone. Don't you just turn the Pokemon gear on or Pokegear on and select the phone icon? And in Japanese, you switch on the Pokemon gear and select the icon, right? Phone numbers are stored in memory. In Japanese, phone numbers are automatically stored in memory. Just choose a name you want to call. Gee, isn't that convenient? And in Japanese, like, isn't it wonderful that that it's so simple to make a phone call? Because you have to remember, this came out in a time when most people, when they wanted to make a phone call, had to actually dial a number themselves. I remember those days. Though interestingly, Pokémon Crystal was the first Pokémon game, and in fact only Pokémon game in the franchise, that I did not play on day one. I mean, like, you can say alternate versions I didn't either. Like, I didn't play Pokemon Blue on day one because I got Pokemon Red. Also, I didn't play any of the Gen 1 games on day one because that was when I was still getting them as, like, birthday and Christmas presents, so I had to wait until then. But, like, Crystal was the first game that I skipped. That's what it is. Crystal's the first game that I had to go back and buy before I could ever play it. Because, yeah, I was out of the Pokemon franchise by then. It was for kids. And then Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire came out when I was in high school and pulled me right back in, and I've been stuck in forever. Let's see what's in the fridge. Fresh water and tasty lemonade. So in Japanese, we've got lots of tasty water, which again, it's just the name of the item, but also some sweet mix-ore, which again, it's just the name of the item, but it's not tasty lemonade, it's sweet, and they extend it, so it's like some really sweet mix-ore. The sink is spotless. Mom likes it clean. Mom's specialty, Cinnabar Volcano Burger. So in Japanese, it's Cinnabar style volcano hamburg steak, which you could call it a burger, but it gives the wrong impression to us Americans who, when we hear a burger, we think, you know, you take some hamburger, you sandwich it between between buns, and that there's a burger. But a hamburg steak is not exactly the same thing. This man needs to get his green face pixels checked out. Yo, Garnet! And in Japanese, he also opens with, Yo! I hear Professor Elm discovered some new Pokémon. Did he, though? I would assume that they're just native to this region. And thus people have known about them for ages now. Elm's house. In fact, most of the Pokemon that are new to the Johto Dex are present in Pokemon Legends Arceus, so Elm really couldn't have discovered them. Hi, Garnet. My husband's always so busy. I hope he's okay. In Japanese, it's more of an, I hope he's not pushing himself too hard. When he's caught up in his Pokemon research, he even forgets to eat. When I grow up, I'm going to help my dad. I'm going to be a great Pokemon professor. It's full of difficult books. One of the rare cases in this franchise where different bookshelves have had different books in them. It's a TV. Is this just a regular PC? Pokémon, where do they come from? Whereas in Japanese, we've got, where do Pokemon come from, and where do they go? Where are they going? Oh. Why has no one ever witnessed a Pokemon's birth? I want to know. I will dedicate my life to the study of Pokemon. It's a part of Professor Elm's research papers. Nick, it is possible that it's a case of Elm being the scientist who properly described them, but, like, we had Leventon being a proper scientist doing his best to document them and create history's first Pokédex in Legends Arceus, and that took place hundreds of years ago. Or at least 150 years ago.
Pikachu is an evolved Pokémon. I was amazed by Professor Elm's findings. He's so famous for his research on Pokémon evolution. I wish I could be a researcher like him.
Bet this TV's also going to say it's a TV. Yep. So apparently the gold and silver protagonist, unlike most protagonists in the franchise, does not have a habit of turning on every TV they inspect. Pokemon magazines. Pokemon Pal, Pokemon Handbook, Pokemon Graph.
Wow, your Pokegear is impressive! Did your mom get it for you?
Also, where are we? New Bark Town. The town where the winds of a new beginning blow. Pretty much a straight translation. Time to get kicked.
So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab.
What are you staring at?
What happens if we try to leave town early? Wait, Garnet! What do you think you're doing?
Whereas in Japanese,
where are you going on your own? It's dangerous to go out without a Pokémon.
As in Japanese, there's more of an exasperation, like a you already know this. Like, come on, you know it's dangerous to go out without a Pokémon.
Wild Pokémon jump out of the grass on the way to the next town.
Whereas in Japanese, the route to the next town is covered in grass that wild Pokémon jump out of. And we are on autopilot.
Garnet, there you are! I needed to ask you a favor. I'm conducting new Pokémon research right now. I was wondering if you could help me with it, Garnet. You see, I'm writing a paper that I want to present at a conference. But there are some things I don't quite understand yet. So, I'd like you to raise a Pokémon that I recently caught.
Nah.
But please, I need your help.
Whereas in Japanese, it's like,
please, don't say things like that. I'm begging you. Thanks, Garnet. You're a great help.
oh, interestingly, there is on the screen right now a little bit of a change between Gen 1 and Gen 2. Because in Gen 1, an apostrophe always had to take up an entire character. Like, it was a full space in the text window. But in Gen 2, the translator managed to lobby the devs enough to get them to add single characters that were apostrophe R, apostrophe L, apostrophe S, all those things. So that an apostrophe no longer had to take up an entire character in the text window, which, when your text limit is still 17 characters per line, matters a lot. Also, you'll note that the advance to the next text window arrow is on the border of the window instead of on the second line. That means the second line gets to have the full 17 characters instead of being limited to 16 like it was in Gen 1. Tiny changes, but actually kind of big when you consider it. Makes it a lot easier to fit things into the tiny text window here.
When I announce my findings, I'm sure we'll delve a bit deeper into the many mysteries of Pokémon. You can count on it.
Outlander, for preliminary team plans, I'm 100% going with Cyndaquil. Mainly because it's better in the early game. It's... honestly, I'd say it's also better in the late game. I know speedrunners go Totodile, but like... Cyndaquil is super effective against bugs and grass types, and... in the late game, like, there's a number of water-type Pokemon that are better than Feraligatr. Use one of them. And... Chikorita is just the wrong choice always.
Oh, hey, I got an email. Uh-huh. Okay.
Whereas in Japanese, it's like a...
Huh, really? Hey, listen. I have an acquaintance called Mr. Pokémon.
Whereas in Japanese, it's... Mr. Pokémon is more old man Pokémon.
He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries.
Yes, Califor, Mega Meganium is pretty good. Shame it's not in this game. Chikorita is always the wrong choice in games prior to Legends ZA. Because in games prior to Legends ZA, Chikorita is undisputedly the worst starter. I say this as a man who went through Pokemon Heart Gold on stream. Or was it Soul Silver? It was Soul Silver. Pokemon Soul Silver on stream with a shiny Chikorita because that was the one that shined. But still.
Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real.
In Japanese, in Japanese, it's like, this time for sure, it's the real thing.
It is intriguing, but we're busy with our Pokemon research. Wait! I know! Garnet, can you go in our place? I want you to raise one of the Pokemon contained in these balls. You'll be that Pokemon's first partner, Garnet.
And this is where first partner Pokemon got coined, I guess. I still say starter Pokemon's a better term. Also in Japanese, or not, yeah, it's you'll be their first partner.
Go on, pick one.
Also, I believe Cyndaquil is the closest one. Yep, that's a Cyndaquil.
You'll take Cyndaquil, the fire Pokemon? Think it over carefully. Your partner is important.
Outlander, first partner got officially became the term they used for them, like in all media, as of like Scarlet and Violet. Prior to then, if memory serves, they just didn't really use any specific term for them. But, yeah, I guess back in Gen 2 is the first time we got anything for them, and he called us their first partner, and therefore they became first partner Pokemon. Alright, so, I haven't been comparing the names of Pokemon, but we got Totodile or we got Waninoko, which is just like baby crocodile, which taught Odile. And Chikorita is Chikorita.
Your partner is important.
You're right, it is. That's why we're going Cyndaquil. Or in Japanese, we're going with Hino Arashi. Which, if memory serves, Arashi is a type of creature that Cyndaquil is, and Hino means, like, fiery.
I think that's a great Pokemon too! Or, I think that's a great Pokemon too!
There we go. Though in Japanese, he doesn't say he thinks it's a great Pokemon, he says he also thinks it's the best Pokemon. So, Professor Elm canonically agrees that Cyndaquil is the best Pokemon here. Though admittedly, I would not say that Cyndaquil is the best Pokemon, period. It's just the best starter to choose, in my opinion, in this generation. I do like Totodile better. I'm not gonna lie, I like Totodile better. I just think Cyndaquil is the better choice.
Mr. Pokemon lives a little bit beyond Cherry Grove, the next city over.
Or, in Japanese, he lives a little bit past Yoshino City.
It's almost a direct route there, so you can't miss it. But just in case, here's my phone number. Call me if anything comes up. If your Pokemon is hurt, you should heal it with this machine. Feel free to use it anytime. So, Outlander, as far as Cyndaquil being a mouse goes, don't trust that term too much. Because, for instance, the Japanese term for hedgehog translates literally to needle mouse. So yeah, don't trust the term mouse too much. There's a lot of things that are called mice that are not necessarily mice. Garnet, I'm counting on you. And, Arashi, which Cyndaquil is Hino Arashi. Arashi is a porcupine. So Cyndaquil is a fire porcupine. Which does make it a rodent. Garnet, I want you to have this for your errand. Alright, we got our first wound medicine. And we put it in the item pocket, which is a thing! It's still not infinitely deep yet. But we get our items put in different pockets in our bag for once. Which dramatically increases how much we can hold. There are only 2 of us, so we're always busy. Interesting. In English, we've got, there are only the two of us, so we're always busy. In Japanese, there's only 2 of us, so even the slightest things are tough to handle. It's so busy. And we still don't have a Pokédex. And I'm gonna go ahead and steal this berry from our Cyndaquil. Which, yep, it's not an oranberry, it's just a berry. And in Japanese, it is also just a berry. Doesn't even have a name yet. It would later become an oranberry, but in this game, they're still just berry. So let's look at the stats between these Cyndaquils. And here we can see that the stats screen is completely different between games. We took the Cyndaquil from the left and spread it across the top and took the HP, status, and type from the top right and put it in the bottom left. Why? So that we could fit Cyndaquil's name in. That's why. Oh, we got a female Cyndaquil on the left. Convenient. Of course, by the time we get to the Pokemon daycare, there's Dittos found literally on that route, so it's not that convenient. But still convenient. Hit that 1 in 8. And stats-wise, ooh, we got left Cyndaquil better than right Cyndaquil. It's got better special attack and better speed. And better special defense. So yeah, left Cyndaquil is just way better. Good job, Left Cyndaquil. Hey, buddy, got anything to say now that I have a Pokemon? Nope.
Oh, your Pokemon is adorable! I wish I had one.
It's true, Cyndaquil is, I would argue, the cutest Gen 2 starter.
So, what was Professor Elm's errand? That does sound challenging. But you should be proud that people rely on you.
Okay, you have nothing new to say. Route 29, Cherry Grove City to New Barktown. And notably, the New Barktown in Japanese, its name is Wakaba, which is like young leaf. So yeah. Well, got an encounter instantly on the first grass patch in the entire game. The first tile of grass we went on. And he's a Sentret. Whereas in Japanese, we got a Popo. Nice crit on the right. Oh no, we're desynced!
Pokemon hide in the grass. Who knows when they'll pop out?
Yeah, Nick, sprites are animated specifically for battle entry and specifically in Crystal. That was not the case in Gold and Silver, nor will it be the case in Ruby or Sapphire. It will be the case again in Emerald. Oh, we gotta use the computer to use the thing. Yeah, Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Emerald had animated entry sprites. I think Platinum did as well. I don't believe Diamond and Pearl did. So yeah, it was a third version thing until Gen 5 made every Pokemon animated always. And also, prior to Gen 5, it was only for battle entry, not for all times. These Pidgeys are different levels, but whatever. Nice crit on the right. We appreciate getting crits. Much more than we appreciate getting crit. And that takes care of these birds. Well, now right Cyndaquil is temporarily better than left Cyndaquil. That won't last. feel like if we get an encounter in one game, we should get an encounter in the other game, considering we can do the spin in place trick. There we go. Birds. Though I should also be careful about getting too many encounters before we have Pokeballs, because we can, in fact, find shinies in this game. They do exist. Nice crit on the left. Also, you'll note that as of Gen 2, we already have a visible experience bar in combat. That didn't exist in Gen 1. Yo, how are your Pokemon? If they're weak and not ready for battle, keep out of the grass. Whereas in Japanese, it's not if they're weak and not ready for battle, it's if they're weak and you don't want to have them battle, then keep out of the grass. And weak as in specifically weekend. Like if they have become weak and you don't want to make them battle, stay out of the grass. Still have yet to find a Sentret on the left. Nice miss on the right. Oh, but the Sentret missed too. It was a nothing turn. For both Pokemon to miss a tackle in one turn is a 1 in 400 chance. Oh, and we missed a tackle on the left now. I wanted to take a break, so I saved to record my progress. In Japanese, he is currently in the process of saving. Says he wants to take a break, so he is writing his report, which is what you do when you save in these games in Japanese. It is not save on the left, it is report. Hey, look, it's Garnet. Oh, on the right, we've got a low-ish trainer ID number. And we continue the tradition from Gen 1 of showing the faces only for the gym leaders in the English game, but showing the faces and names in the Japanese game. So, first up we'll have Hayato, and then Tsukushi, then Akane, Matsuba, Shijima, Mikan, Yanagi, and Ibuki. Whereas in English we just have face, and then face, and then face, and then face, until we get to 8 faces. Actually, we shouldn't get another encounter on the right because our Cyndaquils are low on health, and we should be running from encounters until we can fix that. So, let's check out this here tree. It's a fruit-bearing tree. Hey, it's berry. Not a berry, it's berry. So when Barry pops out, is he going to say, "Whoa, this route's dangerous"? I'm waiting for Pokemon that appear only at night. Dude really wants a Hoot Hoot. And you know what? I can't blame him. Hoot Hoot's great. I love Hoot Hoot. Hey, we finally found a Sentret on the left. An Otachi. Which is basically just... Tachi is Weasel. And O can mean tail. So it's like a tail weasel. Which, yeah, considering it stands on its tail, yep, tail weasel. See those ledges? It's scary to jump off them. Whereas Sentret comes from sentry and ferret. So yeah. But you can go to Newbark without walking through the grass. And here we are at Cherry Grove. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. I am, almost as far from a rookie trainer as you can be. Like, yeah, I didn't start playing Pokemon with day one, but like, my first birthday after they came out is when I got my own Pokemon game. That's okay. Everyone is a rookie at some point. If you'd like, I can teach you a few things. Sure. Okay then, follow me. In Japanese, it's more of an, all right, I'll give you the grand tour. This is a Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. In Japanese, leave your wounded Pokemon with them, and in no time at all, they'll be all better. Or, they'll fix them up in no time at all. But he specifically says your wounded Pokemon. You leave them with them, and they'll fix them up. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. Also, we see another localization difference here. One that I do not understand. Why did we go from having a Pokeball with a PC, because Pokemon Center, to just Poke? I mean, sure, the Pokemon Centers had just Poke on them in Gen 1, so you could do that. Maybe they did it because PC was like, oh, but that's not a personal computer, what? I feel like we could have gotten away with using the same sign on Pokemon Centers in both languages. Anyway. Yeah, in Japanese, it's not so much a you better learn about Pokemon Centers, it's you'll be relying on them a lot. So, keep them in mind, or, like, yeah, just remember what they're like, or whatever. And we've still got the shop mart change. This is a Pokemon Mart, or in Japanese, this is a friendly shop. They sell balls for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling their prized Pokémon there. This is the sea, as you can see. Some Pokémon are found only in water. Here, it's my house. Thanks for your company. Let me give you a small gift. Pokegear becomes more useful as you add cards. Whereas in Japanese, as you add convenient cards to your Pokemon gear, it becomes even more convenient. I wish you luck on your journey. Ah, the guide gent. And in Japanese, it's more Guide Gramps.
When you're with Pokemon, going anywhere is fun. Pokemon gain experience in battle and change their form. Pokemon change? I would be shocked if one did that.
Yeah, in Japanese, she's like,
Pokemon change their forms? I'd be shocked if one did that all of a sudden.
when I was a wee lad, I was a hotshot trainer. Here's a word of advice. Catch lots of Pokemon. Treat them all with kindness.
What kind of books do you have? Oh, Pokemon magazines. That is going to be the standard.
And yep, Gen 2 Garnet continues to not have any interest in turning on TVs.
Mr. Pokemon's house is still farther up ahead.
In Japanese, it was like, it's still pretty far up ahead. Cherry Grove / Yoshino City.
The city of cute, fragrant flowers.
Alright, let's heal our Cyndaquils up.
Hello, welcome to our Pokemon Center.
In Japanese, it's like,
hello, this is the Pokemon Center. We can heal your Pokemon to perfect health. Shall we heal your Pokemon?
in Japanese, it's, would you like to let your Pokemon have a rest?
Okay, may I see your Pokemon? Thank you for waiting. Your Pokemon are fully healed. We hope to see you again.
It auto-advanced one of those text boxes. So... Actually, no, never mind. It's great. I can store any number of Pokemon, and it's all free. That is untrue. There is a limit to how many Pokemon you can store, sir. Yeah, in Japanese, it doesn't matter how many Pokemon you store, it's all free. That makes me so happy. Like, I really like that you can store, or that no matter how many Pokemon you store, it's all free. The communication center upstairs was just built. But they're still finishing it up. This here's the time machine we'll be using to get ourselves a shiny Ditto later on. Because in this game, shininess is determined by DVs, the precursor to IVs, which can breed down. Which means if you breed a shiny Ditto with something, you can get up to a 1 in 64 chance of getting a shiny out of it. That PC is free for any trainer to use. Friendly shops are bigger than they used to be. They're fresh out of Pokeballs. When will they get more of them? Or, in Japanese, they are, of course, fresh out of Monster Balls. Lots of Pokemon merchandise. When I was walking in the grass, a bug Pokemon poisoned my Pokemon. I just kept going, but then my Pokemon fainted. You should keep an antidote with you. Well, he does say we should keep an antidote with us. I'll keep 2. You're trying to see how good you are as a Pokemon trainer? You better visit the Pokemon gyms all over Johto and collect badges. Notably, Johto is one of the few region names that is in fact identical between languages. Like, we've got Kanto and Kanto, Johto and Johto. But then... Hoenn, I think, is also Hoenn, but then things change in Gen 4, I believe. Let me just confirm. Hoenn, in Japanese... Yep, it's Hoenn. Hoenn. No, Sinnoh is still Shino. But then Unova is Ishu. So, yeah. Gen 5 is where things change. And even then, it's not for every region, because I think Kalos is still Kalos. Whatever.
When I get older, I'm going to be a gym leader. I make my Pokemon battle with my friends to make them tougher.
Shame battling your Pokemon with your friends can't get you XP in this game. That is a big Weedle. Why is it so big? And we missed a tackle on the left. Alright, got rid of the Weedle before it could poison us. That's always good. So fun fact, Pokemon Crystal here is the only third version for a generation in which you do not need both previous versions if you want to complete the Pokédex. Because the Pokemon that Crystal is lacking can actually be found in either Gold or Silver. And it's got both of their version exclusives. Wait, what's Violet City? Kikyo City. Yeah, what kind of berry can we find here? It's berry! Whoa, this route's dangerous! You know, Pokemon eat berries. Well, my Pokemon got healthier by eating a berry. Here, I'll share one with you. Oh. Check trees for berries. They just drop right off. Looks like right Cyndaquil is going to continue getting further ahead of left Cyndaquil XP-wise. But considering left Cyndaquil is the better Cyndaquil, that's probably just fine. Oh, also notably, these games, I do still have cause to want to unlock the Dodrio Game Boy Tower in Pokemon Stadium 2, so we will move on to Stadium 2 after this. Guaranteed. Because I don't need it so much for Japanese Crystal, but for US Crystal, it'll make trying to hatch those 1 in 64 shiny eggs way quicker. Because hatching eggs in Gen 2 is a slow process.
Mr. Pokemon's house? It's a bit farther ahead.
In Japanese, he's like, you're almost there. Mr. Pokemon's house, straight ahead. It says straight ahead, but then there's a fork immediately after. You're like, sure, it's not much of a fork. It rejoins real quick. But still, there's a fork immediately after. Ooh, hello, Hoppet. Or, in Japanese, hanekko. Which, nekko means root. Root. It means root. But if you take out the small tsu, it becomes neko, which means cat. And haneru is to hop. So, like, it's a hopping root, but it's also got cat in there, which is why they gave it cat ears. Or maybe they named it because they gave it cat ears. Either way, it's a hopping cat root. And it just used splash, or in Japanese, haneru, which again means hop, which is why Pokemon other than Magikarp can learn it, and non-water type Pokemon can learn it. Because in Japanese, they're not splashing, they're just hopping around. Or heck, flopping around even. It's also why it's a normal type move and not water type. Outlander, Hop Kit could work, but that loses the root part. It loses all plantiness. I don't know how Pip gets the plantiness, but still. We gotta have the fact that it's a plant, that it hops, and that it's cat-like. Oh, we found some Curberary. Whereas in Japanese, it's Antidote Berry. We found Antidote Berry. Dokukeshi. That is literally the name for the antidote item, which Dokukeshi is like... Keshi is to erase or to get rid of, and Doku is poison, so it's... the Poison Eliminator Berry. Or, in English, the Poison Cure Berry. Who doesn't love a good Poison Cure Berry? Mr. Pokemon's house. Or in Japanese again, Old Man Pokemon's house. Hello, hello, you must be Garnet. Professor Elm said that you would visit. Yeah, Outlander, they really could have just called it an antidote berry. But no, we got Poison Cure. But there's a reason for that. It's because of the other status-curing berries. Keeps the names more consistent to have it be Poison Cure instead of Antidote Berry. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. A mystery egg. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed, Antidote is one more character. They take up roughly the same amount of space when you're not using fixed width font, but then again, in this game, it is also fixed width. I know a couple who run a Pokemon daycare service. They gave me that egg. I was intrigued, so I sent mail to Professor Elm. For Pokemon evolution, Professor Elm is the authority. And here I thought it was Professor Rowan who was studying evolution specifically. Even Professor Oak here recognizes that. If my assumption is correct, Professor Elm will know it. Aha! So you're Garnet. I'm Oak, a Pokemon researcher. I was just visiting my old friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. So in Japanese, the two sentences are actually more connected. It's not, I was just visiting my friend, Mr. Pokemon, period. I heard you were here on an errand coming on an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. It's, while I was visiting my friend, Mr. Pokemon, I heard that you would be coming on an errand for Professor Elm. Like, the sentences are connected, they're not disjointed in Japanese. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon! Let's see. I see. I understand why Professor Elm gave you a Pokemon for this errand. To researchers like Professor Elm and I, Pokemon are our friends. He saw that you would treat your Pokemon with love and care. Ah! You seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? In Japanese, it's more, I think you seem dependable too, so how about I ask you a favor as well? See, this is the latest version of Pokédex. In Japanese, he doesn't say it's the latest version, he just says, here, this is a Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. In Japanese, it's a high-tech encyclopedia that adds pages. Or that's like always growing in page count. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokédex. But I've stayed too long. I have to get to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. In Japanese, it's not Goldenrod, it's Kogane City, which Kogane does mean golden. So it's just straight up Golden City. Garnet, I'm counting on you. You are returning to Professor Elm. I guess that was you are returning to Professor Elm? Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. I'm depending on you. Alright, what do you got on your PC? A whole pile of strange coins. Maybe they're from another country. Imagine, this guy here is collecting Gimmighoul coins already. Years and years in advance. It's packed with foreign magazines. Can't even read their titles. It's a big computer. It's broken. The person who's calling is top-aligned in English, but bottom-aligned in Japanese. Hello, Garnet? It's a disaster! It's just terrible! What should I do? Oh no! Please get back here now! The level difference is in favor of... Or actually, no, it doesn't really matter who the level difference is in favor of. Looks like left Cyndaquil actually has slightly more XP than right Cyndaquil at the moment. I do like keeping them relatively close in XP, though. Nice crit on the left. Oh, right Cyndaquil has slightly better attack. In exchange for having worse special attack, special defense, and speed. Though the speed is close enough that they are in fact tied again, so... Could be worse. Special attack's 2 points behind, though, so... It's not going to be great when it comes time to actually use fire moves. Alright, I'm gonna save here. We're about to have a rival battle. We are going to outlevel them. But still. Also, we've been at this for over an hour and I still am not allowed to catch Pokemon yet. Sure, I'm not exactly speedrunning things. But Gen 2 is among the longest times it takes to gain the ability to catch Pokemon of any game in the franchise. I believe just the Sun and Moon games go longer. You got a Pokemon at the lab. What a waste. A wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Good old question mark, question mark, question mark. How is he holding that ball? Is he like... Looks like he's using 3 fingers. Like his pinky, ring finger, and middle finger to hold it. While he's pointing with his pointer finger. And his thumb is also outstretched. That is... not the most secure way to hold one of those, guy. Alright, let's go ahead and toss a Leer, which is now laser beams. Oh no, we've been laser beamed too! Oh no, another laser beam! Oh, we got crit on the left. And we win. Huh. Are you happy you won? My name's question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm going to be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. So, he told us his name. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it changed to we saw his ID and therefore we saw his name. Like he dropped his trainer card and we picked it up and saw his name. But in this game, he explicitly tells us that his name is question mark, question mark, question mark. What an interesting name he has. I heard a Pokemon was stolen here. I was just getting some information from Professor Elm. Apparently it was a young male with long red hair. What? You battled a trainer like that? Did you happen to get his name? Yeah, it was question mark, question mark, question mark. He told us specifically his name is this. But because that's hard to pronounce, we're just going to, we're going to call him Silver. So there we go, we've got Silver and Shiruba. And yeah, Outlander, the fight with him, like, outside Kurt's house is definitely kind of tough. But then, yeah, he is generally not great in other locations. In Outlander, he is definitely not Paul. Paul has, what, like purplish hair? That ain't red. Okay, so Silver was his name. No, it wasn't, but it is now. Thanks for helping my investigation. I may have just, gotten Silver off the hook for this, because I don't believe he ever faces repercussions for his theft. Just gave this cop wrong info.
Garnet, this is terrible.
Oh yes, what was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? It was this mystery egg. This? But is it a Pokemon egg? In Japanese, it's like a... Could this be a Pokemon egg? If it is, it's a great discovery. In Japanese, he basically says it's a big, huge, enormous discovery. Because he uses the word for large 3 times in a row. What? Professor Oak gave you a Pokédex? Garnet, is that true? That's incredible! He's superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. Wow, Garnet, you may have what it takes to become the champion. You seem to be getting on great with Pokemon, too. You should take the Pokemon Gym Challenge. Whereas in Japanese, it's, how about you try challenging the Pokemon gyms all around the region? The closest gym would be the one in Violet City. Or again, in Kikyo City. Garnet, the road to the championship will be a long one. Before you leave, make sure that you talk to your mom. Will do. Garnet! Use these on your Pokédex quest. Got us some Monster Balls. To add to your Pokédex, you have to catch Pokémon. Throw Pokéballs at wild Pokémon to get them. In Japanese, it's, if you throw Pokéballs at wild Pokémon, you can catch them. Which is fascinating because by this point already in the anime, when Satoshi caught a Pokémon, he would use the English word get. Like, effectively he's saying like, oh, I getted a Pidgeotto. So here, in English, we actually have the word get being used for catching a Pokemon. And yet in Japanese, we do not have the English word get being used. But hey, our Monster Balls go in the ball pocket now. instead of in the items pocket. That's nice. Do you have anything new to say? Nope. Wait, I don't think we've checked out these bookshelves. Garnet opened a book. Travel tip 4. Check your Pokemon moves. Press the A button to switch moves. In Japanese, it's, look at the moves your Pokemon can use, and then A button or push. So push the A button. Now you can switch moves. Alright, so these are all going to be different things. Travel tip 1. Press start to open the menu. Or, in Japanese, start button or push. And then the menu will open. Travel tip 2, record your trip with save. And in Japanese, you can use a Pokemon report to save. Travel tip number 3, open your pack and press select to move items. Or, in Japanese, open your backpack and then select button or push. And yep, can swap items. Oh, but this one's just full of difficult books. So we've only got travel tips in the left bookshelves. The right bookshelves are just difficult books. Anyway, let's go talk to our mom.
Wow, that's a cute Pokemon. Where did you get it? So, you're leaving on an adventure. Okay, I'll help too. What can I do for you? I know, I'll save money for you. On a long journey, money's important.
In Japanese, it's more of a, this seems like it'll be a long journey, so you have to use your money wisely. Or rather, it's like, specifically she says you have to take good care of your money or whatever.
Do you want me to save your money?
So, I was mistaken when I was saying in Soul Silver that this was a bad idea because she would steal your money and use it. But actually, it turns out, yes, she does steal your money from you after you win battles, like it automatically sends some to her. But when she buys things, supposedly using your money, she doesn't actually use your money. The amount she has with her does not go down. So whenever she says she used your money to buy something, she actually used her money to buy it, and then gave it to you, while also leaving all of your money untouched. So it's actually, you get free stuff this way instead of having her buy things you don't want using your money. I misjudged you, Pokemon Johto region protagonist mother. So yes, you can save my money.
Okay, I'll take care of your money. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now, go on.
Oh boy, I can't wait to learn how to catch a Sentret.
I've seen you a couple times. How many Pokemon have you caught?
None, I literally only just got Pokeballs. Though, if we're talking about in my whole career, then... tens of thousands.
Would you like me to show you how to catch Pokemon?
It does let us skip the tutorial, but we're gonna watch it. Oh, he's gonna teach us how to catch a Rattata. Or a Korata. Oh, interesting! It auto-advances everything on the right. And it does on the left, too, but it took longer. Also, he's dude. In Japanese, uses the term Oni-san, which is just like, yeah, he's a guy. The guy showed us how to catch things. Alright, so... yeah, everything auto-advances during that tutorial. No button input can change how fast that goes. But they made it not linger nearly so long for English. That's fascinating.
That's how you do it. If you weaken them first, Pokemon are easier to catch.
Notably, there are aspects of weakening Pokemon that do not make them easier to catch in this game. And I guess we're getting a Pidgey. While in Soul Silver, I tried to focus on only having Johto Pokemon on my team. We're not going to do that this time, because there just aren't enough. Especially in this game, and some of them are just plain bad in Gen 2. Oh, whoops, we crit the Pidgey on the left, which means I guess the Pidgey on the right will also be consigned to the trash heap. You know what? That Pidgey beat us up a bit. We're gonna go ahead and... oh, we're gonna grab that Sentret is what we're gonna do. I was gonna say we're gonna make our way back to the lab. That there Sentret can probably take another tackle, and if it can't, then it doesn't belong on the party anyway. So really what just happened is we either low-rolled the first tackle or high-rolled the second tackle, or both. Yeah. An example of some Johto Pokemon just being bad. In Crystal, we actually can get a Sneasel before finishing the game. They put it in Ice Path, which, you know, it makes sense that it would be there. But, like, Gen 2 Sneasel sucks. Both of its stabs are special, and yet Sneasel has pretty much no special attack, only physical attack. So it's just not allowed to use stabs. I guess they assumed being immune to Psychic was enough of a boon for a Pokemon, which... after Gen 1? Yeah, that's fair. And a level 2 male Sentret for both games. We shall catch these Sentrets. Or we shall fail to catch these Sentrets in both games. Try again, games. Well, we got right Centret. Left Centret's being a jerk. There we go. I don't like needing to use an extra ball. Centret, the scout Pokemon. Or Otachi, the lookout Pokemon. When acting as a lookout, it warns others of danger by screeching and hitting the ground with its tail. So, yep, in Japanese... Yeah, while it's on lookout duty, it will screech and hit the ground with its tail to warn its friends of danger. Well, there's not going to be too much difference between the Pokédex entries between two Crystal versions. If I was doing Gold and Silver, then yes, we would actually have completely different Pokédex entries. But we would also have different version exclusives and possibly different text in certain other places. Outlander, when you're asking what the height listing for a Pokemon refers to, there will never be a satisfying answer as to what it refers to. And in fact, depending on which game you are playing, or which anything you are looking at, it can change. For instance, Eevee's evolutions have at various times been measured either from the ground to the top of the head or the ground to the top of the ears. So, like, yeah, there's no fixed answer. Go with what your gut wants it to be. Go with your heart. It's a shame it's not morning right now. If it was, we could go get a Phanpy. Or is it a Teddiursa that we can get early? Or is it both? I don't remember, but in Pokemon Crystal, you can definitely get one of those two things early. Specifically in the morning. Which morning in this game is considered from like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. or something. Maybe 5 to 10. Which, with my sleep schedule, I am more likely to be awake when it becomes morning than when it stops being morning. Different kinds of Pokemon appear past here. If you want to catch them all, you have to look everywhere. You can't climb ledges, but you can jump down from them to take a shortcut. So in Japanese, he doesn't just say, but you can jump down from them to take a shortcut. He says, but jumping down from them is both faster and also just gives you a special kind of feeling, doesn't it? Here on Route 46. In Gold and Silver, it's got the same Pokemon that we can find in the route south of here. But in Crystal, we can have a Geodude shake its fist at us. Do I want a Geodude? I need to see what Geodude's learn set is in this game. Because if it doesn't learn something better than Rock Throw, then I'm just going to leave it. Okay, it learns Rollout at level 31. Yeah, that's way too late. I don't think I want a Geodude in this game. There's also a lot more moves that aren't just normal type. So it's no longer resistant to like half of the entire game. Do I care enough about Spearow? No, not really. I don't think I want either of these. I'm not even going to bother fighting them. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at what we can find here. So let's head on down to this here webbed site. Honestly, I should go find another Hoppip. Those are good. I mean, they're not amazing, really. They especially kind of suck early on. But, like, Jumpluff is fast and gets Sleep Powder. Like, that ain't bad. It's useful. And then here on Route 46, what can we get right now? Right now, it's Geodudes, Spearows, and Rattatas. But if we come back in the morning, we can find a level 2 Phanpy. Not a Teddiursa. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a Phanpy. But it's going to be almost 12 hours before I can even try to find one. Also, once I do find them, they're one of the Pokemon that this game has decided are allowed to run away from battles. Which is annoying. But anyway, if I want to get myself a Hoppip, then I'm going to be looking for a 5% encounter in the grass here. And yet, if I want to get a Hoppip elsewhere, it's technically also doable. This is not the only route where they are. It's honestly kind of amazing I already found one Hoppip here. I need to look up what the different times are. Like, I don't know exactly what the different times of day start at. And that's important information to have. So, can I find it?
I could have figured it out if I was paying more attention to when I was setting the time. Okay, here we go. Times of day in Gen 2. Oh, morning starts at 4 a.m. And night starts at 6 p.m. Which means I actually have less than half an hour to find a Hoppip right now. So we are gonna stick here until we find one. Or I guess we're going to stick here until we find 2. They are a 5% encounter, which is lower than I would like it to be. Also, I only have 2 balls to catch one with on the left, so maybe we should buy Pokeballs first. That would be smart. Let's go be smart. Premier Balls aren't a thing yet, so we can still buy whatever number of Pokeballs we like. So we are spending our yen and Pokédollars on Pokeballs. And I feel like the Pokemon up here have potentially quicker intro animations. And thus, we're coming up here, because we can also find Hoppips here. Though it's still Pidgeys. Notably, in Gold and Silver, you cannot yet find a Hoppip here. You gotta wait until later in the game to get one. In Crystal, we also become able to find a water type as early as this route. Whereas again, in Gold and Silver, that is not the case. So show me a Hoppip, game. I know you got him in here. It's actually interesting that we could get a Geodude already in these games. In Gold and Silver, you cannot get a Geodude yet. When Geodude being a rock type is a great Pokemon to have for the first gym leader. But then again, the first gym leader is such a pushover in this game that it barely matters.
Also, fun fact, if you choose a female character in this game, your overworld sprite is blue. But if you choose a male character, your overworld sprite is red. But there's a bug you can perform. Pun not intended with these bugs on the screen. And, yeah, if you start a file as one of the different character types, then save your game, then start a new file as the other one, and save but turn off the system with proper timing, then it pretty much saves only the palette of the character that... Or no, it saves the gender of the character you selected, but it overwrites the palette or whatever. And so you try and load your file back up, it'll be the first file, but it'll be different. And hey, we found another Haneko. So let's give that thing a nice tackle. It can probably take one more. We just need to not crit. So don't you dare crit. Okay, we missed. Don't you dare crit. Okay, no crit. Okay, right game, we are looking for a 5%. Let's not have a repeat of Viridian Forest Pikachus. I don't want to be here for a freaking hour. Because I don't have a freaking hour, I have 22 minutes to find a Hoppip before they are gone until 4 a.m. So I'm gonna start counting how many encounters it takes us to find a Hoppip on the right. I've already got it at 1. We've caught our left Hoppip. Also, the Pokeball on the left, after having caught the Hoppip being red and green like that, it looks like it's sick. Somebody please help it. That Pokeball needs medical attention. So fun fact, Weedles are also a 5% encounter rate. We found 2 of them on the right, but no Hoppips. We have failed our coin flip twice. I feel like I've forgotten to press my counters button for a couple encounters. And there's a chance that I have pressed the button again for encounters where I forgot that I pressed the button at the start of them. But if my count is accurate, which there is every chance it isn't, we're currently at 8. I believe we need to hit 12 before the chances of having found the Hoppip become even with the chances of not having found it. maybe it's 14. Let's do a little math. Looks like the answer is 13. Or nope, it is 14. At 14 encounters, our chances of having found a Hoppip will be greater than the chances of not having found one. Which means that technically, if you start counting from when we started looking, then I'm already at bad luck territory on the right. But we're not at bad luck territory yet, since we found the Hoppip on the left. We're now at 11, since finding the Hoppip on the left. 3 more, and right game will officially have considerably worse luck than left game. Of course, that was already clear because right Cyndaquil is worse than left Cyndaquil and is also not female like left Cyndaquil, which female Cyndaquil is rarer. I do hope I find a shiny that isn't a Gyarados during my playthroughs of these crystals. That would be neat. Oh, speaking of finding shinies, just the other day, I was doing some shiny hunting just to kill some time in Violet, using a Sparkling Power 3 normal sandwich. Grabbed a couple things that I needed from other places. Also, we're officially in bad luck territory on the right. Grabbing a couple Norma-type things that I needed, and then using the rest of my sandwich just to try and find some shiny Tandemaus. I found 2 shiny Tandemaus. And I evolved them, because I already have a shiny Tandemaus that would evolve into a family of 4 and a family of 4 Tandemaus. Yeah, one of them was a family of 3. So I now have a shiny family of 3 Tandemaus, or Mousehold, rather. And specifically, I got my shiny family of 3 Mousehold as my 4th ever shiny Tandemaus. So, like, that is remarkably good luck. Outlander, I believe the attack stat is one of the ones that determines it. It's not the only thing that determines gender, I don't think. Oh no, it is entirely by the attack DV. So, yeah, my left Cyndaquil is in fact exceptionally bad at attack. It is in the bottom 12.5% of all attack stats. Also, we have now found 3 Weedles on the right with no Hoppips. Again, they have an equal encounter rate. Which means that, yeah, I'm at pretty bad luck. I'm at 20 encounters since finding left Hoppip now. Hoppip is a 1 in 20 encounter. On the right, I've already lost my coin flip 3 times. So we're at a 1 in a 1 in 8 chance of having luck this bad. Just in terms of our 5% encounters. So it's looking like we may well have a repeat of Viridian Forest Pikachu. Except this time it's for Hoppip, which... I like Hoppip decently enough. It's not a Pokemon that I just outright love. It's not a Pokemon that is going to be very useful against an imminent gym leader. Like, Pikachu was our go-to for Misty, who was just 2 gym leaders later than when we encountered it. Hoppip! Is Hoppip good against any gym leaders? No, Johto hates grass types. Johto hates grass types. But I want this Hoppip because I want to have a decently fast sleep powder user. And surely, there are Hoppips in this grass somewhere. But only for the next 12 minutes. So really, they gotta hurry it up. Please, Hoppips. Please. Actually, please Hoppip singular. I just need the one. So we have now doubled the amount of encounters required to have a 50% chance of having found a Hoppip. So, yeah. Things ain't going so hot. We've lost that coin flip twice. In fact, our chances of not having found a Hoppip since I started counting are 22.6%. Just since I started counting. Now 21.5%. Also, we just lost a coin flip again. Now 20.4%. Surely there is a Hoppip in here somewhere. Now 19.4%. We're rounding past the first decimal. Because I don't feel like reading all of these numbers here. So yes, rounding. Because otherwise, this would be an 18.4025910233 or 3558%-ish. I'm not going to bother keeping my count anymore. It's past 30. I am going to keep my probability tracking. So we are now at an approximately 17.5% chance of not having found a Hoppip since I started counting. Since we found left Hoppip. And this probability is just going to keep going lower until we find a Hoppip. Now at 16.6% of chance to not have found a Hoppip. Pretty soon we're going to hit sub 15. And if we hit sub 12.5, then our chances of not having found a Hoppip will be lower than our chances of having found that female Cyndaquil. Now we're at approximately 15.8% to not have found a Hoppip. Now, approximately 15% flat. Technically 14.989%, which is pretty darn close to 15% flat, but slightly lower. There it is! Our chances of not having found a Hoppip by this point, since I started tracking, were only 14.2%, so yeah, that would be a pretty low chance to hit. I'm glad we didn't go any worse. And we found this Hoppip with 7 minutes left on the counter, or on the clock, before they go away until 4 a.m. And I'm not gonna risk hitting this thing again because it would probably die. Like, I'd probably crit it and then never find one again for my entire life. So yeah, we're just gonna throw balls now. And it worked! Hooray! I am free from Hoppip jail. Hoppip, the cottonweed Pokémon. It can be carried away on even the gentlest breeze. It may even float all the way to the next town. Yep. Alright, so we got our root cat. Our hopping root cat. So, night is going to fall in 6 minutes. And once night falls here, we can get 2 Johto exclusive, well, not Johto exclusive, Johto new Pokemon that I wouldn't mind having. We could also find a water type. Now it's going to be in about 5 minutes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take the time here to get some images to where I can put them on this stream. So hang on just a sec. Gotta take these photos from my phone and airdrop them to my laptop. And then from my laptop, I can send them over to my PC. Yes, there are easier ways to do this, but this is just the way that I do it. It's not hard, it's just slightly convoluted. So I gotta go over to there. There's my tower. Gotta wait for it to log in. There we go. We are connected. Drop these images into the drive. Now they're on my PC and able to be added to OBS. So let's grab an image. Because I'm going to show another difference between the 2 languages of these games, which is visible in the cartridges themselves. So, here we go. I need to move this image a little. So, those are my cartridges of Pokemon Crystal in both languages. If you look closely, you can see that the batteries have been replaced with battery holders. That was my doing so that I could change their batteries out easily and not have to worry about anything. But yeah, 2 legit cartridges. Those are mine. Those are the ones that I'm playing these games on right now. And as you can see, they got different artwork on... Well, no, it's the same Suicune, but... it's different levels of magnification and whatnot. Yeah, that's the front of the carts. Sure, slightly different. Not a huge difference, but slightly different. But then, if we open up an image of the reverse side of the carts, then things get more interesting. So there's the back of my 2 Pokemon Crystal carts. On the left, we've got Japanese. On the right, we've got English. So, yeah, they decided to splurge and do some printing on the back of the card on the left, so we get that Suicune crest thing. And it's nifty. We don't get that in English. And also, we go from having 1 screw to 2 screws, which actually led me to make a mistake when I was trying to button it back up. Because Game Boy carts, when you open them up, they've got little tabs on them on the inside to hold the 2 shells together. So, like, you undo the screws and then you slide down the front, and then you can pull them apart, because they got the little locking tabs. For the 2-post games, they don't have locking tabs on the bottom, only on the top. So when I slid the thing back on, it looked like and felt like the locking tabs on the bottom weren't connecting. So I was like, oh, maybe the battery holder is interfering with the locking tabs and preventing it from closing properly. No, it wasn't. Kind of wish I had investigated more closely before trimming part of the interior of the cartridge, but no, I took some little flush cutters and trimmed away a little bit of the plastic near where the battery holder got installed. It's not visible when the cartridge is closed unless you look at it in exactly the right spot from the side. So it's fine, and it's not like I'm keeping these for as collector's items to sell or anything. They are for my personal collection, so it's fine that I trimmed away the plastic, but it's a little bit of a shame because I trimmed it away from the top of the shell, like the part that's currently facing us in this visible image, which if you looked at the number stamped into the label, like over on Pokemon Crystal English, we've got an 11 just there above the Nintendo seal of quality. And in a roughly similar location for Crystal, we've got a 00, meaning this is from the first printing of Pokemon Crystal in Japanese. So yeah, I trimmed away some plastic from my first printing cart. I regret that a little bit, but it's fine. Anyway, hey look, it's nighttime. Yeah, I'd regret it more if it wasn't for my personal collection. Like, if it was something I ever intended to sell, it would matter. But no, this game is mine. It is mine to play. And besides, I already ruined some of its original value by changing its battery to a completely different thing that doesn't even look like the original type of battery. Because it's a battery holder. Even if it is a freaking $8 battery holder. And hey, we found our nighttime Pokemon. Both of them. We got a Ho-Ho and a Spinarak. Which Ho-Ho is That's literally just the sounds that owls make. It's the onomatopoeia for an owl's hooting in Japanese. So yeah, hoot hoot. It's a straight translation or localization. And that is a female ho-ho, which means it's not going to have very good attack, but ho-ho is more for putting things to sleep and using confusion and stuff. Anyway, let's catch this here Spinnerack and this here ho-ho. So apparently the Japanese game is just going to have worse Pokeball luck again. Green had considerably worse Pokeball luck than Blue did. And apparently Crystal is going to have considerably worse Pokeball luck than Crystal did. Or does. Alright, so Spinnerack, the string spit Pokemon. If prey becomes ensnared in its nest of spun string, it waits motionlessly until it becomes dark. And then what does it do? And Ho-Ho, the owl Pokemon. Oh. Every day when a certain time arrives, it hoots, and so some people bring this Pokemon along as a makeshift clock, or they travel with one instead of with a clock. So yeah, some people use Hoot Hoots as a clock. Remy Russo, I have no idea if the Battle Tower ever opens in Japan. I've never played through Japanese Crystal before. This is a first for me. And we got the same Pokemon on the same games. We need to find an English Hoot Hoot and a Japanese Spinnerack. There's another Japanese Hoot Hoot. And an English Zubat. I'm going to catch that Zubat. I all too often go with Crobat in Johto games, but like, needing to wait until it evolves into Crobat before you can use Fly sucks. So I'm probably not going to do that, but having a Zubat on me early so that we can just start raising its friendship already isn't the worst. Go ahead and tackle it again. It can probably take it. Yeah. Yeah, we will catch a Zubat if we find it on the left as well. But we are looking for a Spinnerack, which is not a Hoot Hoot. I would also accept a Poliwag, which we can find here. Because then we would at least have a water type. Also, why am I bothering to stay in this earliest patch of grass? I should be moving on, because this is, I don't know, this is an entire route. We gotta go through the rest of it, too. Zubat, the bat Pokemon. During the day, it gathers with others and hangs from the ceilings of old buildings and caves. Something that we can already see and will see a lot more of in the Gen 2 Pokédex. They love mentioning what different Pokemon do at different times of day. Hey look, another English Spinnerack. We need a Japanese Spinnerack. We need an English Hoot Hoot. But apparently all of the Hoot Hoots are in the Japanese game. Every last one of them.
I just lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak? Come on, let's battle!
Also, You'll note that now we are in fact battling instead of fighting. There will still be fights, but this is where we start getting the battle and fight switch. Because it was pretty much always fight in Gen 1. But as we go through the franchise, battle will slowly replace fight more and more and more. It never completely replaces it, but it gets there. Anyway, here's Youngster Joey, or... Oh, wow, trainers actually have names now, that's right. So in Japanese, we've got Shorts Kid Goro. So, Joey and Goro. I mean, reading out the differences between the trainers' actual given names won't be the most interesting, because it'll be just like, yep, that is an English name, and yep, that is a Japanese name. Most of the time, it's not going to be anything too special, I wouldn't think. Man, that was in the top percentage of all Rattata, or so I'm told, but...
Ack, I lost again! Doggone it! Do I have to have more Pokemon in order to battle better?
Whereas in Japanese, it's... Are battles really harder if you don't have more Pokemon?
No, I'm sticking with this one, no matter what. Listen, can I get your phone number? I'll ring you for some battles.
Please don't.
I'm a rookie too, so I think it'd be a good motivator.
I don't.
Oh, all right. But I won't lose to you again. You're a Pokemon trainer, right? Then you have to battle.
So, here we've got Youngster Mikey and Shorts Kid Akira. So Youngster Joey's level 4 Rattata lost to Youngster Mikey here. Level 4 Rattata lost to a level 4 Rattata and a level 2 Pidgey. Okay, yeah, that tracks. If it was like a level 2 Rattata and a level 2 Pidgey, I would have had my concerns about Youngster Joey and whether he was telling the truth about how good his Rattata is.
That's strange. I won before. Becoming a good trainer is really tough.
Whereas in Japanese, The road of Pokemon is long and difficult.
I'm going to battle other people to get better.
In Japanese, he's specifically going to battle lots of different people to get better. Anyway, we've got one of our Cyndaquils in the yellow. So, let's go heal up. And then we'll get back to hunting for more Spinneracks and Hoot-Hoots and Zubats and Poliwags.
Oh, that's right. Poliwag can evolve into Politoed in this game.
Like, not directly. It's gonna be a while. But we can get a Politoed. I've never really used a Politoed. Ever. Like, ever. Can't recall a single time I've ever sent a Politoed out in battle. And seriously, every single Hoot-Hoot lives in the Japanese game. What is wrong with this? What is going on here? Okay, Japanese game found a Spinnerack, and English game found a Hoot-Hoot. Finally! So, actually, we didn't find a Spinnerack. We found an Itomaru. Which is like... Ito is string. And... Maru can be, you know, circle or round. But also, Tomaru is stop. So it's like... We've got Spinnerack, but we've got string stop. Which, I guess, is based on, like, what Spinnerack does. Oh. Bye, Hoot-Hoot. You will be missed. Ah, and we have been instantly poisoned on the left. Well, let's see if a Monster Ball works right now. Okay, we got our Itomaru. And thankfully, we didn't have to look too much harder for another Hoot-Hoot. Don't crit this one. Good. Crits are no longer based on speed, so... At least there's that. And yep, Itomaru, the string spit Pokemon. When prey gets caught in the web it spins out of string, it holds still and waits for it to get dark. And Hoot-Hoot begins to hoot at the same time every day. Some trainers use them in place of clocks. Yep. Alright, so we gotta go get our Cyndaquil fixed up again. Well, we gotta get left Cyndaquil fixed up. Right Cyndaquil, we can continue looking for a Poliwag. Though should I really spend too much time looking for Poliwag? It is a 20% encounter rate when Zubat is 5% and we found 2 Zubats on the right? What is my RNG on the right? Like, what actually is it? Found 2 5% before a 20%. And Hoot-Hoots are 45%, and we took so long to find one of them. Oh look, another 5% Zubat. Before a 20% Poliwag. Hey, we found a 5% Zubat before a 20% Poliwag on the left, too. Alright, Zubat, survive this. Good. So, fun fact. The move Leech Life. Its Japanese name is Kyuketsu. Which, those who know the Japanese word for vampire, Kyuketsuki, would recognize. It's literally just bloodsuck. Whereas Kyuketsuki is blood-sucking demon. Anyway, we got our Zubato, the bat Pokemon. Yep, in the afternoons, they group up and hang from the ceilings of old buildings and caves. Yeah, Leech Life becoming Bloodsuck is a lot more direct in Japanese. Another 5% Zubat! We have now found a total of 5% Zubats across both games before either game has found a 20% Poliwag. What is this RNG? I'm not a trainer. But if you look one in the eyes, prepare to battle. Interesting. In Japanese, it's not, if you look one in the eyes, prepare to battle. It's, but if two trainers' eyes meet, that's the signal for a battle to start. Or that's the signal for asking someone to a battle, or whatever. Something to that effect. It's the sign that you want to battle them. Hey, there's a Poliwag! Finally found the 20% little jerk. Will we find one on the left now? Nope, that's a Hoot Hoot. Alright, give this thing a tackle. It's gonna use Bubble on us, which is not going to be pleasant. But it's not that bad. And let's go ahead and huck a ball at it. Actually, let's find a Poliwag on the left first. It's 20%. How hard could it be? That is a Spinarak. Admittedly, Spinarak is more common than Poliwag at 30%. But really, I should be finding at least one Poliwag for every 3 Hoot Hoots on the left, but that sure hasn't happened. Gonna go ahead and throw the ball anyway. For Pokemon that are as common as Poliwag, I actually would like to have the catch in both languages on screen at the same time so that I can directly compare the Pokédexes, instead of needing to translate the Japanese one separately and... yeah. It's more interesting to see how close the translation is directly side by side, rather than read it in English at one point and then translate it when we find it later. Because then we gotta rely on memory to see how close things were. I think it's more fascinating to get them simultaneously. Again, we should be finding very nearly 1 Poliwag for every 2 Hoot Hoots. We should be finding 4 Poliwags for every 9 Hoot Hoots. And yet that's just not happening. If you told me that Zubat was the 20% and Poliwag was the 5%, then I would believe you at this point. But no, Zubat's supposed to be the 5%. Poliwag is supposed to be a 20% encounter here. My RNG is just weird. Game, please. I wasn't talking about 9 Hoot Hoots because I wanted to see 9 Hoot Hoots before I see 3 Poliwags. No. I want to find a Poliwag already, game. You shouldn't be that hard to give me one. It's a 1 in 5 for any encounter. Any encounter on this route has a 1 in 5 chance of being a Poliwag. Feels like we've found like 20 Hoot Hoots with no Poliwags so far. Oh hey, another 5% Zubat! If we get to Ilex Forest and I find a shiny Zubat in there, then I will have reclaimed my very first shiny ever. But I'm not exactly into the idea of going there and grinding to find a shiny Zubat in Ilex Forest. Because I kinda already have plenty of shiny Zubats from across the franchise. I do not need another shiny Zubat. Even if it's one specifically from Pokemon Gen 2. Technically, if I would have to be playing Pokemon Gold for it to be a true reclaim, but still. Game, please. All I ask is a Poliwag. Just one! I mean, I guess I'm asking for 2, because I already asked for 1 on the right, and I got it. But come on, just give me a Poliwag. Just give me a Poliwag! Guard, a Poliwag is the thing that's in the ball on the right there. Or, you know what? I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm asking for a Poliwag. I should be asking for a Nyoromo. Game, please give me a Nyoromo. No, that's a Ho-Ho, not a Nyoromo. But those don't sound anything alike. Other than having O as their only vowel sound. There's a Nyoromo! And apparently left game likes finding the girls, whereas right game likes finding the boys. There's a good chance that that Nyoromo could survive another tackle, but I'm not going to risk it. We're just going to throw a Monster Ball. Alright, we got them both. Poliwag, the tadpole Pokémon. The swirl on its belly is its insides showing through the skin. It looks clearer after it eats. Yep, in Japanese, the
spiral on its... the spiral on its belly is... its part of its innards visible through the skin. And... yeah, it becomes more distinct after it eats.
Instead of a bug Pokemon, I found a trainer.
Yeah, the only bug Pokemon you're gonna find at this hour, kid, is Spinarak. Also, it occurs to me I should actually be trying to catch every Pokemon I see, because every Pokemon has a new Dex entry in this game. And that can be interesting to see. Anyway, we've got Bugcatcher Dawn, or, oh, interesting. In Japanese, in red and green, bug catchers, I believe, were bug catching boys. Mushitori Shonen. But now they're just Mushitori. So yeah, now they're just bug catchers. So anyone can be a bug catcher, not just a boy now. But yeah, we've got bug catcher Mikiyasu. You know, I think I'm gonna change it to shift battle style until I get my hands on the experience share. Which is gonna be a while. You don't get that thing until after the Lake of Rage. And again, just like in Gen 1, I'm only going to use shift battle style for the sake of XP, not for the sake of getting myself an advantage.
Arrgh, you're too strong! I ran out of Pokeballs while I was catching Pokemon. I should have bought some more.
So yeah, let's go to the options. Battle style, shift. Because these Hoppips are kind of worthless for now. And they need XP before they get any value whatsoever. Because, I mean, they only know Splash. And it looks like Right Hoppip is the better one at being a Hoppip. And now we're on to a new route. What can we find on Route 31 at night in Pokemon Crystal? Oh, hello. There are, in fact, 2 Pokemon that we could not find on the previous route. One of them has been significantly nerfed relative to Gen 1, but it's also received quite the buff in other ways. Oh, and of course, now we find more Nyormo.
Yeah, here on this route, at night, in Crystal, we can find a Ghastly, though it's only a 5%. I'm not gonna try to find another 5% encounter on stream today. But if one shows up, I will absolutely catch it. And we can also find Bellsprouts here at 20%. So if it's anything like left Poliwags, where it'll take all day for us to find one. And here we have learned that a Poliwag and a Spinarak at the same level are worth dramatically different amounts of points. Dark Cave. If Pokemon could light it up, I'd explore it. Guard, good news for you. Dunsparce is actually 1% encounter rate at all times of day here in Dark Cave. Also, I love the Gen 2 cave music. We will give 5 encounters for Dunsparce to show up in each game. Also, we would be able to get a Geodude here in Gold and Silver, and not just Crystal. But, again, I don't particularly want a Geodude. Yes, I should catch one for the Pokédex, but Geodudes aren't exactly rare. They can wait. Zubats are freaking 39% in here at night, which is way better than the 5% they are outside. Also, we have now found everything that can be found here at night other than Dunsparce. There is a morning-only encounter in this cave, and that is the 5% Teddiursa. In Crystal only. I wouldn't mind having an Ursa ring. But we are at 3 encounters per game. Interestingly, they have found the same Pokemon on each encounter. But now we have diverged. Alright, one more encounter each. Will there be a Dunsparce? And, Guard, Dunsparce is 1% at all times of day in all 3 Gen 2 games. It's only Teddiursa who changes in the morning in this cave. Yeah, we got no Dunsparce on either game. I walked too far today looking for Pokemon. My feet hurt and I'm sleepy. If I were a wild Pokemon, I'd be easy to catch. Hey, it's Bitterberry! Which, yeah, that's a direct translation. What does Bitterberry do? Ah, it cures confusion. Yeah, Guard, I couldn't tell you what the Heart Gold Soul Silver rates are for Dunsparce, but I can say that in Gen 2 at least, Dunsparce is available at all times of day at 1% in all 3 games.
I caught a bunch of Pokemon. Let me battle with you.
So here we've got Bug Catcher Wade and Bug Catcher Koichi. My Cyndaquil is not looking great on the left. Yeah, Lander, Gen 2 does love its extremely rare and mostly useless mons, but it also loves making those extremely rare mons sometimes not rare, if you get the right phone call from the right NPC. And changing back to Hoppip for the XP. Even though there's not going to be too much XP, this is still just a Weedle. It's only level 3. Let's go to Ho-Ho and Zubatto. Not that I think they're going to be great options here, but my Cyndaquils are not doing the greatest in terms of HP. Actually, Zubat's a terrible option. Leech Life is no longer super effective against Bug. Whatever. We'll see how this works. That was a crit. So here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna whip out one of these here potions and actually do nothing with it. Gonna swap to Hoot Hoot. Oh, left Hoot Hoot has been poisoned. So has right Hoot Hoot. Okay, and now on the left we're going to swap to Zubat. And on the right, we're going to swap to Cyndaquil. And then on the left, we're going to use a potion. Not a berry, a potion. On Cyndaquil. There we go. And I'm just making sure that I sent out the same Pokemon on each game, because that way it's at least slightly easier to keep XP even-ish. Doesn't super matter, but alright, back to Hoppip. Level 2 Caterpie, you say? Well, how about a level 2 Sentry? Such a deep move pool Sentret starts with. Tackle. Just tackle. Oh, actually, speaking of move pools, I learned something interesting in Gen 1 between last stream and this one. While in Gen 1, the move deleter does not exist. Not a thing. If you leave a Pokemon in the daycare, and it's got an HM that you want to lose in the top slot, then if that Pokemon learns a new move in the daycare, it will push the HM off of its move list. So you still can get rid of HMs in Gen 1 if the Pokemon still has at least one more move it can learn through level up. And you get that level up at the daycare. Anyway, comparing these Hoppips, we've already compared them. We know that the one on the right has got better special stats, and the one on the left has better defense. Oh boy, now the Hoppips know Splash and Synthesis. What in... Oh, and Tail Whip. Oh, wow. They have such deep move pools that they literally cannot use to cause any harm to anyone ever. They know 3 whole moves that they can't use to do damage. But you know what? Let's get these tail whips in here. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have used the Sentrets. Wow, nice miss, right Sentret. Alright. Hoot is dying on the right. Well, whatever. We'll spin a racket. Doesn't matter anymore that things aren't going to be even. Aww.
You can catch Pokemon even if you have 6 with you. If you catch one, it'll go to your box automatically. You're awesome. I like you. I look for Pokemon here every day. When I'm in the grass, I find all kinds of berries. If you'd like, I'll share some. Can I get your phone number?
No, you could not.
Oh well, don't be shy if you want to get my number.
Oh boy, another Monster Ball. Can I get to Violet City? Oh, bye, Hoo-Hoo. Can I get to Violet City without any other trainer encounters? I believe so. Can I get there without any other Pokemon encounters? Absolutely not. We failed to run away on the left.
There we go.
I found a good Pokemon in Dark Cave. I'm going to raise it to take on Falkner. He's the leader of Violet City's gym.
I'm guessing he's talking about a Geodude. Because a Zubat won't be too much help against Falkner, and a Dunsparce is a Dunsparce.
Hi there, did you visit Sprout Tower?
No, I literally have never come through here yet. Shouldn't you know that? Also, Sprout Tower in Japanese is literally just Bellsprout Tower. And yes, Guard, having the phone numbers be optional in this game is absolutely the better option. The reason they didn't have it happen in Heart Gold Soul Silver is because Heart Gold Soul Silver, you could register every single number, no exceptions. In Golden, Silver, and Crystal, there's a limit to how many numbers you can have registered. Yes, you can delete them, but there is a limit to how many you can register at once. But me, I like to register only the ones who can inform me of swarms and the ones who can give me evolutionary stones.
I came too far out. I'd better phone home.
Yep, bye, Left Hoot Hoot. It was around 3 years ago. Team Rocket was up to no good with Pokémon. Whereas in Japanese, a group called Team Rocket was using Pokémon to do only bad things. But justice prevailed. A young kid broke them up. In Japanese, it's not justice prevailed, it's, but evil always crumbles.
Pokemon are smart. They won't obey a trainer they don't respect. Without the right gym badges, they will just do as they please. A guy named Bill made the Pokemon PC storage system.
Oh. That's not at all what he says in Japanese. In Japanese, it's like,
I'm always thinking about this, but I wish I could do link battles with my friends who live far away.
Which is foreshadowing of a feature that existed in specifically the Japanese version of Crystal. And hey, we've got Bill's PC already identified. Even on the left, where we have not heard Bill's name even once. I guess making Gen 2 the only games where they don't pull the someone's PC nonsense. Whose PC could it be? It's Bill's. Says it's Bill's right there.
Ghosts are rumored to appear in Sprout Tower. They said normal-type Pokemon moves had no effect on ghosts.
Whereas in Japanese, it's further specified that it's rumored that ghosts appear in Bellsprout Tower at night.
I collect Pokemon. Do you have Bellsprout?
Nope.
Want to trade it for my Onix?
Sorry, but I literally can't.
You don't want to trade? Aww.
In Japanese, it's not an aw, it's a...
What a shame.
A Pokemon you get in a trade grows quickly. But if you don't have the right gym badge, they may disobey you. Pokemon magazines. We already know all about those.
What is this? Oh, it's an incense burner.
Whereas in Japanese, our character does know what this is. It is a little, it's one of those Buddhist shrine thingies that we saw in Gen 1 as well. But then, we do add...
Smells like incense.
Also, I just noticed something kind of cute. Get off the shoes, kid. These people have, in fact, left their shoes at the entrance. How very Japanese. Earl's Pokemon Academy. Fascinating. In Japanese, it's not Earl, but rather it's Giovanni. So it's Giovanni's Pokemon Academy, but not the Giovanni we know. You gotta remember, in Japanese games, the Giovanni we know is Sakaki, the leader of Team Rocket. So, yeah. This is just some guy named Giovanni, or some guy named Earl, depending on which game you play.
I traded my best Pokemon to the guy beside me.
Whereas in Japanese, this kid sent his favorite Pokemon to the kid next to him.
Huh? The Pokemon I just got is holding something. A Pokemon holding a berry will heal itself in battle. Many other items can be held by Pokemon. It sure is tough taking notes. I'm taking notes of the teacher's lecture. I'd better copy the stuff on the blackboard, too.
Where's Earl? / Giovanni?
It's this kid's notebook. Catch Pokemon using Pokeballs. Up to 6 can be in your party. Before throwing a Pokeball, weaken the target first. A poisoned or burned Pokemon is easier to catch.
That is actually false in this game. They messed up when coding Gen 2, and for all Gen 2 games, poison, burn, and paralysis do not affect the catch rate one bit. Not in the slightest. So poison, burn, and paralysis are just no help in terms of catching. I mean, I guess burn and poison can be considered helpful in that they can lower the HP a little, but there's a risk there. And paralysis can be considered helpful because it can stop the opponent from doing things sometimes. But it does nothing for the catch rate. The only statuses that affect the catch rate in this game are sleep and freeze. So yeah, this is just a straight-up lie here in this kid's notebook. It was meant to be true, but it isn't. It is a lie.
Some moves may cause confusion. Confusion may make a Pokémon attack itself. Leaving battle clears up any confusion. People who catch and use Pokémon in battle are Pokémon trainers.
So, in English, it's people who catch and use Pokémon in battle. In Japanese, it's people who raise and battle with the Pokémon they have caught. There's no mention of raising them in English.
They are expected to visit Pokémon gyms and defeat other trainers.
Whereas in Japanese, their goal is to visit all of the Pokémon gyms and defeat powerful trainers. The next page is blank.
I haven't written anymore.
What's going to be on this bookshelf? Difficult books? The blackboard describes Pokémon status changes in battle. Alright, let's take a look at poison. If poisoned, a Pokémon steadily loses HP. Poison lingers after the battle, and HP is lost as you walk. To cure it, use an antidote. Alright, what about par? Paralysis reduces speed and may prevent movement. In Japanese, it's not prevent movement, but rather prevent you from using moves. It remains after battle, so use a Paralyze heal. What about Sloop? If asleep, your Pokémon can't make a move. A sleeping Pokémon doesn't wake up after battle. Wake it up with Awakening. What about Burn? A burn steadily consumes HP. It also reduces attack power. Wait a sec. Hang on, I need to... Okay, yeah, that's just the attack power bit's on the same window in Japanese. A burn lingers after battle. Use a burn heal as the cure. What about frizz? If your Pokemon is frozen, it can't do a thing. It remains frozen after battle. Thaw it out with an ice heal. Alright. We've learned everything there is to learn in Giovanni/Earl's Pokemon Academy. Didn't find Giovanni or Earl, though. Hey, you're a Pokemon trainer? If you beat the gym leader here, you'll be ready for prime time. Faulkner from the Violet Pokemon Gym is a fine trainer. He inherited his father's gym and has done a great job with it. Has he, though? He's arguably one of the worst gym leaders in the franchise. Anyway, let's look at Bellsprout Tower. Experience the way of Pokemon. And we're going to look in Bellsprout Tower mainly because I want to get a Ghastly, and they're much more common in here than they are outside. Just give me a sec so I can look at exactly how common they are. Sprout Tower, also known as Bellsprout Tower. We have to go up to the second floor, but then Ghastly will be an 85% encounter, which is way better than a 5% encounter on the route just before here. We've healed, right? Yes, we have. A Bellsprout over 100 feet tall. People say that it became the center pillar here. Or in Japanese, it's a Bellsprout that is over 30 meters tall. See the pillar shaking? People are training upstairs. In Japanese, it's not just people are training upstairs, it's the monks are training upstairs. Sprout Tower was built long ago as a place for Pokemon training. Only if you reach the top will you obtain an HM. So in Japanese, he didn't say HM, because they never would, but he didn't say Hiden Machine either. He said Hiden Waza, which is a hidden move, not a hidden machine. Anyway, we're about to see one of the localization changes right here. One of the sprites that changed between the languages. However hard we battle, the tower will stand strong. See that? That's a different sprite. On the left, dude's hands are folded in prayer, whereas on the right, he's just got his arms crossed. Because Nintendo America did not want any religious references, no matter how slight. That's why he's a sage instead of a monk, because, yeah, in Japanese, this trainer class is monk, not sage. And, yeah, he's not allowed to pray either. So we've got Sage Nico and Monk Chinnen. And he sent out a Maratsubomi in Maratsubomi Tower. Because again, the tower is named exactly Bellsprout's name in Japanese, whereas in English, they couldn't quite fit that, so it's just Sprout Tower. Nice double crits. And back to the Hoppips. And then back to the Cyndaquils. A case could be made to use Hoot Hoots. But nah. Nice double crits again. What are the odds of getting 4 crits back to back like this? Not high, that's for sure. And back to the Hoppips. And back to the Cyndaquils. I was really hoping Cyndaquil would learn Ember by level 11. But no. I think our Poliwags are not the only thing we have that can touch Ghastly. We can use Poison Sting. I fought hard, but I'm too weak. The flexible pillar protects the tower even from earthquakes. In Japanese, it says that thanks to the flexible pillar, even large earthquakes will not knock down the tower. Anyway, I'm just gonna walk around here until I find a Ghastly in each game. Shouldn't take too long. Weird that it gets purpler the longer its animation goes on. Okay, and we've got a male Ghastly and a female Ghost. So, let's go ahead and swap over to... I don't have Poliwag. So we could use Leech Life, or we can use Poison Sting, neither of which is going to be very effective at all. So, here's the plan. I'm going to take some Monster Balls, and I'm going to throw them. There's a decent chance it'll work. Neither one worked. Also, notably, in these games, the balls can now shake different numbers of times based on how many successful numbers are generated. Okay, we caught right Ghastly. But we didn't catch left Ghastly because left game has to have worse Pokeball luck. That's just how it goes. So please catch left Ghastly.
Game, please.
Come on, you did the 3 shakes. I don't have that many Pokeballs, and I can't afford that many more. Please. There we go.
Ghastly, the gas Pokemon. It wraps its opponent in its gas-like body, slowly weakening its prey by poisoning it through the skin. Yep. I wonder, does Faulkner have... Yeah, surely Faulkner has moves that can damage ghost types. Anyway, I was just coming in here to get a Ghastly today. And now we're going back to that there Pokemon Center, because I do not have time to play more, because I can smell dinner already ready. Boy, do I want to eat it. So, yeah, we're going back to the Pokemon Center. We are going to end this with no badges today. But that's fine. There will be at least one stream of this game where we definitely get more than one badge. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. And I will be back probably not Thursday. There's a chance Thursday, but probably not. Definitely I will be back on Friday, and when I am back on Friday, I can promise you I will have a Phanpy and a Teddiursa. See you then, friends. Alright, we have to overwrite the save files that were already here just to test and make sure that these cards could keep saves. There we go. Yep. Friday for sure, probably not Thursday, but maybe. See you then, friends.